What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a accordion with React. This is what we're going to end up with by the end. I'm going to make a component called accordion. First thing I'm going to do is import useEffect and useState from React, and then I'm going to import the CSS. With this component, we're going to have two props, one being items, the list items that are here, and one being keep others open. So when you open one of these, the other ones close if they're already open. To start, we're just going to return a div with a class of accordion parent. We're going to export this and import this into our app. The data that we're going to be passing into this accordion items prop, in this example, it's going to be an array. So each of these objects, there's going to be an ID, a label, and a function that renders some JSX. We're going to pass this into our items. We're going to set that keep others open to true for now. So the first thing we're going to do in our accordion component is we're going to set some state. This is going to take in the items that we passed into the prop and build off of those. By that, we're going to use the useEffect hook, and we're going to watch for the items. So we're going to say if items, set accordion items to an array, and we're going to use the spread operator. Basically spread out the array that is returned from this items.map. And in this, we're going to map through the items array and return an item. And each of these, so we're basically going to return every property that was already there on item, and we're going to add the toggled property and set it to false. Got an error here. I was just missing a parentheses. We are going to render these out. So we're going to say accordion items. We want to make sure they're there before this map runs. So we're going to have this, I forgot what this is called, but it'll short circuit if this is not a truthy value. Accordion items.map, and I'm going to call this list item. And we're also going to get a key to make React happy. So we're going to return a div class of, I'm going to wrap this in a curly braces because we're going to add a dynamic class. If the toggled state that we added here is true, we're going to add this toggled class. And if it's false, we're going to add nothing. And then after that, we're going to add the key. And inside this div, we're going to have a button. This is going to have a class of toggle and an on click of null for now. And in this button, we're going to have two elements. We're going to have a paragraph tag, which is going to render out the label. And we're also going to render out a div. This is for the direction indicator. So in this case, it's just a plus or minus. You can have like a SVG or like a caret. So we're going to call this direction indicator. We're going to have another ternary based on the toggled state for each list item. So we're going to say list item.toggled. If that's true, render a minus. If it's false, render a plus. Under the button, we have another div called content parent. So here we're going to have div class of content list item dot render content. So now we're going to handle this on click. We're going to call a function that we have not made yet called handle accordion toggle. We're going to pass in the item that we're currently iterating through, list item, and this is coming from right here. We're going to have an argument called clicked item. We're going to set accordion items to an array. And in this array, we're going to spread through the current accordion items, and we're going to map over these. And in each iteration, we're going to have an item. We're going to make a toggled state. We're going to set that to the current value of toggled on that item. If the ID of the one that we clicked, this is why you need some kind of unique identifier. If clicked item.id equals item.id, set toggled to whatever the opposite of the current toggled state is for that item. We're going to say else if keep others open is false, we're going to set them to false. If the item that it's iterating over is not the one that you clicked, if keep others open is false, then they're going to be set to not toggled. So now we're just going to return spreader operator to return all of the properties from the item, and we're going to say toggled. So, oh yeah, nothing works now because we don't have any CSS. So we're going to have accordion parent. All right, so the part that's more important is this is the content parent. It's what wraps the div that wraps the rendered content. And I'll explain why we even need this content one. The way this works, the way that this can be an animation instead of just popping in and out, is actually based on the height and the max height properties. By default, we're gonna set max height to 0. Also overflow hidden, and a transition. We're gonna say max height 0.15 seconds and an ease out. When it's toggled, we're also gonna set and border. When we have this toggled class on Accordion, we're gonna set the content parent to max height of 500 pixels. You can set that to anything, but the height will be dynamic based on what's in the content, not based on what you do here. That's just the max height. So you need to have something. And you also need, for when it's closed, you need another transition that targets the max height. And the reason that I have this content div wrapping render content is, so if you want some kind of style, in this case, it's gonna be padding around whatever is in this box, so it's not pushed up against the edge like on this one. So I'm just gonna say accordion content padding, and I realize I don't have the background color. Cool. We're not done. I'm gonna show you guys keep others open. When I have that toggled to false, when I open one, the other ones close. So that is the video. I hope you guys liked it. Wish me luck tomorrow. I'm getting my wisdom teeth taken out. So excited about that. So excited about that. I've got some new lighting, really janky lighting. I've got 2 light strips right there, and I've got a light on the floor, and I've got a sock on my microphone. We're doing what we can. Hope you guys are liking the content. We're getting closer to projects, finishing up some UI stuff. Hopefully this one wasn't too all over the place. I appreciate you guys. Sub if you loved it. Like if you liked it. Watch another video if you want to. Peace. Peace. I'll see you later.